You know, life may look complex, but actually it's very simple if we just keep working with good intention and a flexible mindset, fearlessly and with joy. Everything is, well, pre-decided, and all life patterns are already drawn, which define what will happen next based on karma. Our life is really the result of our attitude, habits, and behavior. Attitude is all about intention, which can be good or bad, and mindset, which can be open or closed. Each combination you see defines the life patterns and is called destiny, which one has to keep exploring as long as one is alive. Our life is, in fact, the result of our priorities. Priorities define the interest, and accordingly, one acts. Recursive acts become habit, which is karma. Good habits, derive humble, polite, kind, caring, but bold behavior. And bad habits derive arrogant, fearful, rude, anxious, jealous, complaining, making excuses, grudges, and even depressing behavior. Life is like a Chakravyuh. Chakravyuh means a complex puzzle, a riddle, and unknown but hidden secrets. One can have the feeling of a complete life called moksha only when one enters the Chakravyuh of life and comes out with a smile by sharing and caring. Most people, honestly, don't have the courage to enter the Chakravyuh of life, and a few enter but get stuck with attachment, greed, fear, and frustration. Very few successfully enter and come out with knowledge, skill, experience, courage, patience, learning, and of course, joy. A complete life is really defined by 7 priorities of life. The 7 priorities of life are as follows. First, health. Life without karma is not possible, and without the body, karma is not possible. It is our first duty to keep fit, which means being emotionally stable, mentally strong, and physically fit. Our mental weakness, well, it often comes from the fear of failures due to laziness, lack of learning, people's criticism, expectations from people, and, honestly, unrealistic desires. Second, career. If we are healthy, then we need to be financially independent, so that we can help others to be financially independent too. Wealth is the result of the value we add to the ecosystem. Value addition comes with skill, knowledge, hard work, and experience. One will be mentally strong only when one has self-belief to deal with any situation. And one will be able to deal with situations only when one has failed and learned how to deal with situations. And also learned who can be the right person to deal with such situations. The right person helps only when one sees the right intent in you. And thus, we grow. A life partner, a true friend or soulmate is really needed in life. It's someone with whom you can live freely and happily, with self-respect, sharing, caring, supporting, and even fighting for each other to protect and secure one another. True life partners should be mature enough, confident enough to handle any situation with trust in each other, and have this enthusiasm to live life with energy and inspire each other. A man who is physically and mentally strong, kind, humble, and bold becomes a true inspiration for an emotional woman to feel secure and to love. At the same time, a loving woman inspires a man to be physically and mentally strong, kind, humble, and bold as well. This all begins with upbringing, with the values that a man and woman are raised with. That's why, upbringing really does play a significant role. When it comes to children, well, we cannot change the past, but we can definitely learn from it and be a role model for the next generation. That way, they can live life with great values, live happily, and build strong families. And, strong families make a strong nation and a happier world. Relationships, whether personal, professional, or social, really depend on how we deal with people. And that all comes down to behavior. Behavior itself is the result of our habits, which, in turn, come from our attitude and upbringing. Every time we interact with people, we form relationships. These can be personal, professional, or social. Now, when dealing with non-living things, it's all about being focused to raise quality, maximize profit, scale up, minimize risk, and optimize effort, cost, and time. But whenever we deal with people, living beings, trust becomes incredibly important. You can win trust by spending time, making genuine efforts, and being willing to invest money to secure, care for, and protect others from their fears and tears, and to help them grow, glow, and flow with minimal risk and, of course, happiness. Freedom. It's such a profound thing. You know, we are born alone, live alone, and leave alone. But as long as we are here, we are living in this world with people and relationships. Relationships, well, they mean we have a responsibility to build and maintain trust. But while we are maintaining these relationships, we must not forget to actually live. It's important to express and explore ourselves too, so never ever compromise on your freedom. Freedom, after all, means the right to express your emotions, your feelings, and your desires. You know, whatever we are is really just the result of our stored emotions, and we retain both good and bad experiences through our 5 senses. Whatever we see, we hear, we smell, we touch, and we taste. We act using these stored emotions, and well, bad experiences often turn into traumas, and traumas sadly make us bitter, not better. One can be better only when one decides to be independent, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, socially, and spiritually, to truly live. As long as one is weak, one will keep expecting from others and being exploited, otherwise becoming more and more bitter, arrogant, rude, and well, either a bully or a slave. Never compromise on your freedom to speak, to eat, to see, to smell, to touch, to taste, to read, to express, to wear, to follow, to live, and so on. Respect. Never compromise on self-respect. People respect you for the value you add to their life, but weak people start consuming you and try to control you. Leave the toxic people who don't value your identity or your learning, but are more interested in your earning or your body. Always live with self-rest, pride, honor, and dignity. Always be ready to sweat, to learn, and even to bleed to save your soul and to love and protect your loved ones. We all are unique and beautiful, and honestly, we deserve to be loved. But we will be loved only when we are loved. We can never be loved and respected as long as we have the intention to consume others and to lie, cheat, or bully to exploit others' freedom. Lazy, hungry, needy, greedy, cowardly, or bullying people can never love. Love is a great thing, and it's not for a weak or ill-intentioned mindset. Live free with respect and help others to live with love, so that we all can glow, grow, and flow with a smile and joy. This really is the whole Chakravyuh of life.